Robotech returns.
Are you tired of your old job? Do you want to see adventure? Do you want more than one ration per day? Join the military. The RDF is giving out officer promotions to anyone who signs up currently. Please, we need the bodies, please.
Perfect.
Did you notice that your home is floating in the vacuum of space and you have no chance of survival without us? Join the RDF.
Drink space beer to forget it.
The RDF, sponsored by Robo-Cola. The only drink Macross City has.
Cherry, lemon, lime, and grape.
And it's edited by the owner.
Who drinks grape? Robo-Cola.
I don't, yeah.
There's probably that one guy.
That guy's single-handedly keeping the entire grape line in production.
You know, that reminded me of the cough medicine I always take as a kid. It was the purple stuff. It was like, why would everyone drink pop like that? Yeah, exactly.
But now coming back to it, you guys are left alone, mostly alone, besides the people trying to crawl away and not be dead. Blood, gore, all over the boardroom. It's like someone's cavities exploded. But besides that, what are you guys doing? You guys have a little, this isn't really a combat round right here. This is more like, what's going on?
I'd be yelling to keep, like, if we know, do we know that we did good damage? Like, mechanically, you told us, but do we know?
It looks like the hangar bays really work. The hangar bays turned into more of a junk pile.
I'd be like, let's throw a lot of ammunition a little further in, and then we'll get out of here.
Alright, so you guys gonna actually try to move into the building?
I'll go in a little further, but I am still gonna be like, Alex.
You'd actually have to try to snap him out of it, like.
Exactly. I want to use part of my move. I'm using part of my move to that. So. Yeah,
don't worry. This is an actual combat round. This is narrative stuff right now.
Oh, it is. There is no combat at all. Okay, so then.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right now everyone's basically run away because you guys are really, really scary.
I'm just saying, move in, do more damage, as I'm moving myself, and then. Actually, no. I think I'll probably pop right down in front of him, so I'm looking him right in the eye from one ship to the other.
Are you in Batloid? Because there are no windows in Batloid. I'd just be seeing your giant scary robot head.
That's perfectly fine.
You say so.
Big scary robot head just sit right in front of your, right in front of you. Then it'll just be my voice. Probably my picture will pop up though, right, in your plane?
Yeah.
Right.
Congratulations, you can now see all the blown chunks through your monitor.
It reminds me
it
reminds me of Jacob's first day in a jet. She took it real bad. Anyway. Oh shoot, this was not on a private channel.
I'm pretty sure that was you.
I'm like, so I think I'll just grab with my big claw here, grab the front of your plane and just shake you listen, need you to snap out of it. I know it's bad. Shoot at non-civilians. Don't shoot at people. Just cause a lot of damage. You got this. Rock and roll. Drinks around me later, if you're old enough. Let's go.
I actually never figured out how old he is. I'll have to think about that.
I'm assuming he's still pretty young looking.
Yeah.
Maybe this is his 21st birthday and you just killed it.
I don't think he's that old. No.
He's 21 tomorrow.
I think he's I don't know, anywhere between 17 or 19 is what I'm thinking for him.
All right.
Don't you know you're retiring tomorrow?
Yeah.
But
I'm getting too old for this. But that's my weird.
This is definitely, I've decided, seeing all this gore and stuff reminds him of when he was a kid during the Global War, and not up in a plane watching it from above, but actually living the horror.
Good times, good times.
And now he's doing it to other people.
Yeah, how does it feel? Feels empowering, doesn't it?
Mike.
What?
Oh boy.
I don't know if he's
psychotic.
I don't know if he's going to turn out to be like one of those, psychotic child soldiers. We've seen them before. Metal Gear Solid.
Well,
War has changed.
My round is basically all focused on snapping him out of it. So Burns, Jacobs, and the rest can start to move in and do a little more damage while I try to get this guy back on par.
I actually just roll, I don't know, a d6 or something. I want to see how functional he'll become.
You want me to?
I don't know. Just how good are you can. Is there rules for this or?
To be honest, no. There's not really rules for like fear tests like and other stuff, but you can in fact just roll. You can roll like 2d6.
I can let you use the Alien RPG's panic system real quick.
That sounds terrible. Doesn't it?
Yeah, let's not do that.
But it's so easy, and you might blow your own head off. It's so much fun.
Just like roll a d6, Lucas, see how functional you're able to get him.
Wow.
Hey.
Okay.
There's
You
the
promised
prism.
him he wouldn't have to shoot at people, so he's just gonna shoot at stuff.
Yep.
And your stuff.
But he is gonna. He is mobile and willing to shoot something, even if it's not the people.
Yep.
Yeah. So as you guys
Works.
slowly start moving through the hallways, following up with the team, people are checking rooms and firing gun and missiles into them. As you guys move closer.
Are we all in Battloid form too at this point?
Probably, yeah.
Probably either that or Guardian, depending what you want.
That day, not a single Zentradi got to keep their soda pop.
No.
I was gonna say
Body
guts.
Oh my god.
They got to keep them. They're just beside them.
And on that wall.
Every door got shot once. Every video game got shot once. He was accurate as all hell, but he shot
Alright.
nothing but
and
silly things.
he gave them the pro gamer move.
Alright, so what now?
So
Yeah.
as you guys are proceeding down, of course some people are checking rooms, shooting into them if there's like equipment looking stuff in it, and finally it comes to the point where you open one of the doors, Alex, and I'm gonna need you to roll me a defense test as something comes swinging at you.
Is it a lead pipe?
No, it's a wrench.
Alright,
Close. It's
what
close.
kind of thing? Just like,
Just like roll a defense test.
how does that work?
So it'll be like your normal attack roll, except you
Okay,
just say
so
it's
just-
going to defense.
Okay, just, so then I'll use,
20 dice.
counter position
Sounds
and flash move. And I can't think of any, I can't think of any equipment or hardware suites or anything to use right now.
Okay.
So that'll just be 5.
You got this.
Target number 5.
Yep.
2 successes.
Not bad for
A shell-shocked rookie.
reacting like just like whoa, you know.
Well, reactions are more instinct anyway, so.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Well,
good.
As you reach up your hands, as you open this door, you see what looks to be a man in like an engineering jumpsuit who looks scared out of his mind. And as you do that, it wasn't a wrench, it was a welder, like a giant welder.
Ooh.
And he starts welding into your mecha's face, but luckily the armor is strong enough to stop it.
Nice
As
work.
he actually did get 1 success over you.
Good. Nice.
Um,
Ooh, that puts you in a moral quandary. Love it.
I'm gonna try to
starts yelling at you like, you won't take me.
actually,
English?
do we even understand what they're saying?
Yeah.
I think they speak English.
Do they?
That's actually something. If I'm remembering correctly, just through the entire series, they just speak English.
I must be remembering. It was it only? Yeah, it was only in Do You Remember Love that they changed that.
Macron.
Yeah, and do you remember Love? They
They actually gave them a real language.
Yeah, they gave them a real language, but then they also just spoke Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all
English is
Japanese to me.
English is the universal language.
Um,
There we go. Perfect.
Not math.
Robotech-
I don't
Technology
have any.
translator.
I guess should I like roll again to try to subdue him or something?
I mean, yeah, if you want to, or call.
I want to try to subdue him without killing him, and I don't know hand-to-hand fighting that well, so I'm going to use counterposition again, but this time with wing and a prayer.
Since you don't know that stuff, since you've actively admitted that your character doesn't know stuff, and he's probably just gonna start throwing hands. I'm gonna say that you're at a disadvantage for this one, or not disadvantage. Actually, no, I think it is disadvantage. You're gonna be hitting on 6s.
Do 6s still explode to 2 success?
Oh, yeah.
But you have to get a 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hold on. Have I seen Melody? I saw Melody fighting hand to hand.
They were shooting close quarters.
Oh, I thought it was fighting. Never mind.
No one's actually. You haven't actually seen anyone fight.
Oh.
Oh.
Hmm.
But yes, I can fight hand in hand, but...
All right.
So as you attempt to grapple this guy and stop him,
Fresh shaker.
he attempts to just continue welding into your mecha's face. The camera starting to fizzle, and the actual view starting to go wibbly wobbly. And he's like just actively like screaming in terror at this point. To which Burns does hear this and proceeds to attempt to help you. Because Burns is a wingman. That's what he does.
Does Burns wingman for Alex here?
Yeah, Burns is gonna wingman for Alex because
Yeah.
he helps the team.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
Over here.
I think that's great. I mean,
So he launches all of his reflex missiles at him.
ooh.
No, not doing that. His reflex missiles would kill him too.
They'd kill all of us inside the ship. They're nukes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, perfect. That's what we want to do. Where's my reflex missiles?
I mean, you decided mini missiles because you already shot mini missiles.
Is that what they are? I did.
Yeah, they're one of the 3 missile types.
But I have mini missiles, so we don't have. What were they?
The reflex ones, they're blast 50, and they do naval damage.
So I don't have those.
Tactical missiles.
We don't have
So-
those. Okay.
The Lancer 2 fighters have them, which are piddly little things.
Get in, deliver, nuke, get out. That's what I'm hearing from that.
So
You have the mini missiles, Luke?
Yeah, that's the. We should probably have the same suites at the bottom.
I have tactical missiles.
Oh.
It's an option to choose one or the other
Yeah.
Mhm.
when you
And
make
so-
the character.
as this guy is attempting to weld into you, you see Burns like, get down! As he just heavy bursts into this guy, shells ripping through him before the container of the welding stuff he was using gets hit and just bursts and the dude catches fire.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
Well, he was on board until that.
PTSD gained.
Yeah, new drama, PTSD. Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm not giving you. Don't worry, I'm not going to give you
He
another
already
drama.
had that from the first scene where you turned people into mulch.
This is just advanced PTSD. It's like it's dire PTSD. Like a dire wolf and a wolf.
So it's comatose.
Yeah. But
Wow, Burns.
this.
You animal.
He was on top of Alex. If I didn't stop him, he was just gonna weld him to death. You ever see someone's face get welded off? I haven't, and I don't want to.
Are we talking back and forth? Is that what I'm saying? Well, we weren't into character. I was actually just saying it, but I like it. I'm kicking down a door down the hall, like,
You're just
you do what you
spraying
gotta
into the
do,
room.
man. Just, yeah.
And it's at this point you guys have pushed in a little bit and gotten to what looks almost to be like a wide open command room. It's got a large table in the center with a holographic display, and up on the other side, above in like a balcony and a window, there seems to be 2 men, both of which who look fairly terrified at you. They don't look like, they look like average Centrati dudes. They're not named characters.
Well, do they look important?
Yes, they do look important.
Fire
One of them
missiles.
was wearing a very. Oh wow! I didn't even get to. No,
No.
fine. I won't. I won't talk about that.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No. I see how it is. You role player.
Let's hear about them.
No, I want to hear about them. I do.
So these guys, one of them looks to be in. Both of them are in purple. Looks to be uniforms of some kind. With one of them having a blue sash almost around his neck that kind of hangs down almost like a cape behind him, with a gold and purple embroidered uniform. Well, the other one has a much darker colored purple and has a huge chiseled jaw, and looks to be so like Mike Tyson if he was a 50-foot guy. With his uniform is a little bit different in how it's both a darker shade of purple and how the neck piece is instead part of the uniform, and it kind of comes up to around like right here around it. I'll post a picture. Oh.
Is that going to be in Roll20?
I'm actually just going to drop it into Discord really quickly to make it a little bit easier for me. Where's that Discord? There it is. I mean, I was always in the Discord. I wasn't looking at other stuff while we were waiting for.
Oh,
Lucas.
it's fine. You could just miss out on my silly art.
No, I've actually been looking at your silly art. It looks wonderful.
It's not silly. It's art.
It's about you guys. Of course, it's silly.
Mm-hmm. There you go. So the uniforms have been posted. Note, yes, those are pictures of two named characters in the book, but I'm pretty sure that lower people than them wear those uniforms. Once those pictures load. But yeah.
Once the pictures load? Is there more than...
Yeah, they're in the Robotech chat.
I see one.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, I see two.
Okay. Yeah, no, on my end they were like embedding for me.
Yeah, it looks like a big long link, but it's actually two.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I have to tell you, Mike, after listening to that description of those guys, does not change my mind of what I'm doing. Yeah. I definitely am firing missiles. Because if that's the command center and these guys are the commanders and we take them out, that's it. I mean, it makes it, I think, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not military. Lucas is not. But I feel as though that would definitely give us an edge. And I'm like, we're kind of all, like the 11 of us are all kind of, we're not like tight, but we're all been fighting together through the hallways, right? Bursting down doors, shooting, blowing stuff up, working our way through the ship.
Yeah, and you guys like blew open this door, one of the squad mates is like breaching and he fires a couple of mini missiles to blast open the door.
So what you're saying is that Veritech can into Marine.
Yes. In fact, that's actually what they were designed for. So that way they can actually do the stuff. But as you guys breach in, you're just going to go straight for the missiles and that stuff?
I think. Because I'm crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's what I would do. And, everybody's been fighting in uniform. Like, there's probably no orders to be given. Like, everybody's kind of, at least, and Alex maybe trailing. No, he got into it, though. He was getting the hang of it, right? But everybody knows how to breach and clear and work in small groups together. And
he's been getting into the murder.
He's been assisting with blowing up stuff that may or may not have people in, around, or behind those stuff things. We don't know. But I just like, and I don't know what you say, like, commander, and just, and everybody follows suit according to how they think they should do it. At this point, there's no orders to really give, right? I feel like we were just moving as a unit, doing what we need to do, and there's no reason to really talk. It's kind of like, important. And
yeah, which, of course, these people do look like most of the others you found, who are, like, cowering in fear of you.
Burns, we might need an exit after this.
Yeah, I'm already trying to figure one out. And, so, would you like to roll your attack roll?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You said you were trying to missile these people.
You're the only one attacking.
Am I the only one attacking? Is anybody? What is everybody else?
I mean, Burns is planning a route out here.
Well, does anybody care about taking any of the enemy for interrogation or anything? I mean, we didn't even know what these things looked like.
Well, I don't think they have spacesuits on, so that would require dragging them out into the vacuum of space.
Oh.
And also, they're much bigger. They're bigger than us. You see, they're bigger than our Veritechs, right?
They are.
So we'd have to like get one inside their own Battloid, whatever they're called, and like hook it and drag it with someone in it all the way back to our ship, which you can try. I mean, it can't be any crazier than going into the enemy ship and blowing it up from the inside, you know, like Death Star stuff and Robotech stuff. And then Death Star again. And then the same exact thing in episode 7, sorry. Anyway. Yeah, I guess I don't wait. I expect everybody else to react and do something useful so we can do this and get out of here. Because the captain is basically like, hey, this is not
Actually, I was wrong. These guys are kind of around the same size as you. They are 10 meters tall. You guys are 12.
Okay.
So you're bigger. Yeah, you're bigger by a small amount.
By a head.
Yeah.
Until we get out of our machines. But that's up to Jacobs if she's going to try to do something crazy like that. I am. So these two dudes sit up there look like they're important. They're up in a big tall window in a conference room.
Looking down over like a command room thing. And they're absolutely terrified.
Well, welcome to Earth. Let's bring on
You're not no!
punch in the face. All right, yeah, mini missiles.
All right, roll.
I feel kind of like an ass, but I have to remember enemy. And you respond quickly, so counter position mixed with man at arms. So that's 7 dice. I roll it for 5. Still rolling at 8.
Yep, that works.
Target number 5, right?
Yep.
Nailed it.
Oh my god.
1, 2,
I was
3, 4,
hoping
5,
for like
6,
a
7.
bad roll.
That's a 10.
Okay, so you like fire your missiles and you just absolutely
Blow the whole front of the ship off.
I hope so.
No, unfortunately, you did not do naval damage to the ship because it does have 1 armor, and every 10 successes is 1 naval damage.
I thought you said that because we were inside, the armor didn't apply.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. So so you do actually do a point of naval damage as you like blow a hole through that into like 2 other rooms, just missiles flying everywhere before and you guys are kind of standing there for a second afterwards, and then the ship rocks and starts shaking and dude, let's go.
Burns, I told you to find an exit. Which way are we going?
Yeah, follow me. And he transforms down into guardian mode and starts like racing back out the way that you guys came.
Jacobs, Alex, everyone else, we good? Let's go.
He's wordless. Alex is wordless as he follows on the way out.
What's Jacobs up to?
And then you have, the epic music. Dun, 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 as you guys are starting to race out to the ship. Meanwhile, back on the SCF-1, Captain, look! And out through, you can see basically through the ship out in the distance as a giant plume of fire erupts out from the top. The ship's hull starts bubbling along the outside.
He starts laughing. Keep heading towards them so we can hopefully pick them up before they get exploded. Apparently the scalpel has once again cut a little too deep.
I believe you could say that, Captain. Engines full speed. I'm having our exterior destroy teams pull back into the hull so that way we don't risk losing them.
You have a flight on standby just in case there's any debris pieces that they can't land on their own. We'll guide them in by manual.
Roger that, sir. I'll have Skull Squadron on alert 5.
There you go. They're the best at not blowing everything around them up. Rescue Squad.
Skull Squadron.
And so as you guys are racing out of this ship hull, I'm going to require one last roll to see how well you escape the exploding inferno of death.
So we did do a good job. At least I think we did, right? I feel that.
Well,
I'm not the one grading your performance. I'm just
Well,
the one helping bring you die.
we blew up a command carrier without the SDF-1 even firing.
So I said that's pretty good, right? Even better than
That is pretty. That is in fact pretty good. In fact, I don't know if that didn't happen very often, if at all, in the original series, if I remember right.
No. The only time that they did that is, I think, they stabbed it with the SDF-1.
Yep.
Very good. So yeah, Guardian form to kind of dodge and weave and get out, and then once we're out, probably transform into full Veritech and blast off. But we got to get outside first, right?
Yep, of course. Which choose your dice and pray the dice gods don't decide you die. No, it's not going to be that simple, but it'll decide if you take damage on the way out, because I am rolling a big pile of dice here to attempt to murder you. Well, damage you, not murder you.
Would it be possible to use either missiles or heavy burst to blast things ahead of us to kind of open the way out easier?
You know what? I'll allow that. I'll count it as an equipment speak for this.
All right.
Anybody else has some equipment to use too? That might be useful. Let's make a loud exit.
And we'll copycat count for this.
Yes, it will.
Alex,
I'm not gonna-
not people, it's just stuff. Blow up the walls. Go.
Let's see, 5, 8.
I'm gonna use heavy burst.
I'm using my mini missiles, counter position. Actually, no, I'm going to use wing and a prayer and cover your buddy to try to blast stuff out of other people's way.
Okay, yep, and Chuck is also gonna be rolling cover your buddy and he's gonna be rolling cover your buddy and he's gonna be with some missiles.
And because of copycat, I can get an edge with this,
That's very
which
good.
is I assume 4 for this because of edge.
I will. I'm gonna go. Oh, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, and Lucas, you can roll.
Okay, I'm gonna do angelic grace. Under fire and responding quickly with counter position, so that will give me the 5, 6, 7 with burst fire. I'm gonna save my last missile, sweet, just in case.
Okay.
So that would be 7, and still at target number 5, right?
Yep.
This is when it all goes south. 1, 2.
Ooh.
But
What?
well, we're not engaged with any mecha.
Reckless.
But
Yeah.
he is copycatting the people's hero.
So I will. You know what? I will say that. You know, I will say that this is pretty. I'll say this is in your wheelhouse. You will get the reroll, just because I am that nice, Lucas.
I know you are. Thank you.
I'm giving you out way more than I probably should, but I'm not trying to murder you instantly because I want to savor you guys.
Hey, it doesn't mean this is gonna work. But anyway, here we go. 6 more dice. It helps.
A little bit. Yeah.
That's a total of 6.
So, 6. And Fayt. 1. Which I will say this is also in your wheelhouse as ace combo.
1 success.
Do I
Reroll
reroll?
4,
Yep, you reroll the fails.
and do excellent. Be good to each other.
Oof. This might hurt Fayt.
Yeah, well.
Which also I will roll for Keith.
You mean Chuck?
Or, yes, Chuck Burning.
Keith, where did that come from?
Oh no. So his name is actually a joke name based off of 2 characters from Gundam. The one in the picture is called Chuck Keith. The other character is called South Burning.
Oh. Once again, that flew like a Veritech very far over my head. The
Right,
most
so-
the most non-anime in this group right here. Doggone it, Lucas.
I didn't even get it. I I've seen it.
It's from a more niche Gundam show, even among Gundam.
It's from Top Gundam.
Okay. Top Gun.
And of course, that's literally what it is. It's a whole bunch of test pilots being hot shotties pilots. And getting in way over their heads.
I'm the hot shot. What do you do? I walk in my Zaku. What do you do? I walk in the Zaku. What do you do? I don't get blown up by Zaku. Oh, he must be the ace.
Yeah. So let's
Funnily
see.
enough, they were in Zaku's at one point in that show.
So the explosion is attacking you all with a number of 8 dice as the ship is ripping itself apart. Wow. Come on, explosion.
Wow. Is this explosion in its wheelhouse of being an explosion?
You know what? Since you're saying that, yes, explosions are inside of an explosion's wheelhouse, so I will give the explosion an element reroll.
Element of FU?
Yeah.
Is this FU if I reroll all of these and add 6 more? Yeah, do it.
I shouldn't have said it, but at the same time, wow.
Wow, 4 ones. Wow. So
Still
four
4.
dice do still succeed. So who had less than 4 successes?
Me.
You did.
I rolled none, so I'm good.
I got exactly 4.
Oh yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, you got exactly 4.
Oh,
So,
boy.
Melody, as shrapnel starts ripping through the place, explosions. You're a little bit behind the others because you're pulling rear guard or something, or you kind of just got left behind.
Uh-oh.
And as you're going, explosions are starting to rip around you.
Yeah.
What would
Mr.
you like
Teacher,
to do? Are you?
I go over the radio and I say, "Great job, Silver Scalpels. Get out of there. I want to embolden all of you to get back safe. Fayt ignore wounds from one source."
I hate you so much. I'm going to be aiming for that bridge next time.
I saw Dan's face start to light up a little bit. I'm like, oh, he's doing it.
And you hear this, and you're just like, wait, maybe if I go from fast to faster, I'll escape the explosion. And it does the Millennium Falcon thing, as you guys start escaping out of a hangar bay that's slowly closing. Most of the group makes it through, with Fayt barely squeezing by, but alas, Leela did not make it and crashes into the thing as it closes around her. But luckily, her cockpit actually did, separate. So her cockpit is now being flying off into an asteroid field. You guys can pick her up.
Yeah, I'll pick her up.
Yeah. So you go back around and you catch her, and she's fine. She thought she was basically dead there, but because the good thing about all Veritex is not only do they have ejection seats, the entire cockpit actually ejects.
Who did you pick
If
up?
you don't run face first.
Leela, she was one of your pilots in the squadron.
And Jacob
You didn't
saved
lose
her?
another one.
Good. Nice work.
Don't hit on her, Zap.
Probably already have, but she's a subordinate. Can't do that.
I'm a subordinate.
You're an exception.
And
That was out of
unfortunately,
character.
which is a good thing because at least you saved one person out of the romance because
I'm like,
you know that her and Jared were hooking up.
This is the exact reverse of what happened in the show.
Yeah.
She probably wishes she was dead, and now you saved her. And
Now she's gonna have to go kill some terrorist Zentradi pilot.
That's flying a watermelon. But besides that, as you guys escape and start flying back, you just see the 20 or so Zentradi pods just kind of the various types kind of just floating there, like they're kind of like looking back and forth. Like on one side, there's a giant ship that will kill them if they get close to it. On the other side, their ship has exploded, and
they're kind of stuck.
so they like turn off to another direction and start like trying to fly back away. Are you guys gonna let them fly away?
Follow.
hell no.
Alex is just trying to get back to the ship as quick as possible. That's
Okay. Alex, you start like leaving. You put it in like autopilot so you can cry. And by the way, what did you do with your helmet?
I said he took it off to throw up into it.
Yeah, and then after that, when he was actually having to move through the hallways with the risk of decompression.
I think he just sort of kept it off.
Okay.
He's not wearing the barf helmet.
I have to ask this question. This is an act. It could have been a drama. No, I'm joking.
I mean, you can't ruin your hair by doing that. That would just be totally unacceptable.
Did you find like one of the places that actually had air and just like dump the helmet out? You know?
Man.
But
so we're heading towards a bunch of the Zentradi, like that group that was before us, right?
Yeah, they're the squad. It's the flight of about 20 or so pods of various types that you saw before, and at this point they're attempting to just get out of Dodge and fly back off to one of the other ships that's farther away.
You know, that was not our assignment.
Mm-hmm.
Our assignment was to go do what the captain wanted and so much more. You'll love it. Absolutely, you'll love it. The captain already had people on this, I thought, didn't he? Weren't they already kind of fighting this group from before?
They were going to be fighting them, and then this group
started turning around.
Yeah, they started turning around when their place started exploding.
They noticed their house was gone, and they had no support systems, and tried to leave.
Man, I feel like it's always good to take out more, but we've lost one today, and we have another that doesn't want to fight. So.
And then you have one who's stuck in our cockpit.
That's true. I'd be like, let's get home as fast as we can. Unless they engage with us, let's just zip on past. Maybe the captain can give us cover fire if we need it.
Yeah.
I just tactical missile him as we go.
What's that?
So,
I said, can't I just tactical missile him as we go?
I mean, you can. Don't stop.
If you do, you do. I'm actually gonna choose to. We got our Veritech forum, and we're just like, but you're also carrying somebody too, right? So you're probably in Guardian form then.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. Either that, or you can actually remove the gun pod and just slide it on the arm where the gun pod would hang.
That's true, Frost Jaeger. Is Skull Squadron out here?
Skull Squadron has launched and they're making their way.
They're going out there to pick you up because I was assuming you were going to be damaged.
Or dead.
Or dead.
Probably dead.
But we don't know this, do we?
No. And as you guys...
Well, Jacobs, are you firing then, or are we just moving on?
Are they ahead of us or behind us?
They're kind of in between you and the ship.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm firing on their asses.
Okay.
But I think they were scattering, but yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, no, so just roll your attack roll and I'll let you...
still enemy combatants. They haven't crossed any sort of demarcation line.
They also haven't, said they surrender yet.
This is true.
We also haven't talked to them. I was going to say that. Then I realized where they are physically, and I'm like, no, they get first shot. Then I'll be like, they can surrender if they want, but they'd already be dead probably.
Actually, yeah, I think normally I would battle, but I think I'm going to hold it here because I just want to make sure everybody else gets back alive. So I think he's a little preoccupied making sure Burns is good, Alex is good. Jacob still has a hold of the other pilot. What's her name?
Leela.
Leela?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Leela. Lila.
Lila?
I put a picture of her and Jared inside of our chat.
Our Discord chat?
Yep. I know, throwing things in there so that way the rest of them can't see it.
Oh, man. Jared is so suave and handsome. No.
Not anymore. He's dead.
Yep, now he is a corpse.
You killed him.
She's cute. She's cute though. So we'll talk
later. My missiles
later.
are like 4, and then I have to roll. Like.
Your missiles. You're using the tactical ones.
Yeah.
Yep. So you can. They're skill 4, 2 uses, and then you can just choose your 2 skills that you want that add up to 5 or more if you want to burn out, and then murder them.
Okay. Well, I can do strafing run, which is hit while moving,
Mm-hmm.
and flash move, so that's 5.
Yeah, that'll work.
But then add 4.
And then you just add the 4 from your equipment suite. And you don't have to worry about burning out because those 4 dice are free. Working smarter rather than harder.
Of course, the way I've been rolling tonight. Okay, well, 5 successes.
Alright, yeah, no, so in that case, you fire off tactical missiles, and a couple of the pods just explode into giant fireballs as they're running away.
Nice roll.
One of them you do seem to damage, though, as one of its legs goes flying off and it kind of starts spinning around a little bit.
Someone want to yoink that?
A leg that's just spinning around?
Not the leg, you dummy.
Sorry, I heard the leg part, and I was trying to get my cat here.
Yeah, I want
Yes,
a leg
the
that I
leg.
blew off as a souvenir. It's kinda like
I
a
just
problem.
heard leg spinning, then my cat was chirping at me. I'm sorry.
No, I damaged one, meaning he's not like combat ready thing. I want to grab one of these things.
You already got your hands full.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said, would you grab one? Then you asked the leg.
The leg?
I'm sorry, out of game. I was trying to grab this. I will make an.
No, if we were naming these things, it would be grab the leg. Grab it by the leg.
Chuck, why don't you handle that light work real quick?
Yeah, I guess I can. And as he's like kind of diverts off and he switches to guarding as he gets close. The pod's leg, like one leg kicking out as if that'll help push him faster. His pod seems mostly like damaged though, like the weapon systems and the leg seem to the leg's gone.
Actually, I will assist him. We can tag team that together to make sure we grab this thing.
All right. Though as you get close, warning lights across your cockpit go off, and one of the arrows, like where the warning is coming from, points upwards. And as you look up, you see just a spray of lasers come down into this pod, absolutely shredding it from all over, causing it to violently explode.
Wow.
And when you look at it, though, when you look at the thing that fires, though, it's not a Veritech, but it's also not a pod. Or like one of those officer things, or like one of those other ones with the red canopy that you've seen before. Instead, it looks like this.
Oh.
And this is actually in the...
Blew up their own buddy.
What is this?
Oh my god.
crap.
Oh god.
What is this?
Oh god. Oh shit.
What is
Run
this?
away! Run away!
It's bad times.
Yeah. Do you know, okay, it's not actually those colors, but
I figured
it's still not good time.
The thing is,
It's purple colors. Not...
you see, it means that we're getting a different kind of Zentradi coming.
I'd rather it's bad.
We barely got used to this kind of Zentradi.
Welcome to the Zentradi. They don't let you get used to the Zentradi.
They're like the Borg.
Ah, man.
Just when we had such a good success.
Yeah, this one is a more purplish kind of color.
Oh boy.
And you can as
Are
soon
you
as
gonna show this the audience?
I did.
Lucas.
It's up there. Yep.
It hasn't caught up.
okay, there we go.
Ah,
Yeah,
there
it's
we
always
go.
like about a minute or so behind everything.
Yeah, this one, it looks to be more agile in the way that it's moving. It's faster. You're like the initial scans of this thing, which by the way, Captain, you guys can you get sir, there's a new type of weapon here, Silver Squadron. It just blew up one of their own pods that was damaged.
Most likely to keep them from capturing it. Keep an eye on it. Keep it tracked. Find out where it came from. There was nothing else in this area a few seconds ago.
Yes, sir. I'm working on that. And you can roll a scanning thing now that since I totally actually just left you not scanning.
4 successes.
4 successes.
Even when I do terribly, I get 4 successes with these girls.
That's
They're
good.
so good. These girls are the best.
Mm-hmm. And
not
so
good.
when you, so when the scanning team actually starts doing their work instead of looking at their phones and stuff,
That is their job.
mhm,
They're less dangerous if they're busy.
yes. They're like, well,
Like
looks like
ex-wives, but they're not really.
looks like there's a new fleet that just jumped into the area, sir. It seems to not agree with the other fleet, though. They're kind of like in a standoff position against each other.
Well, that means that gives us a chance to get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Let's let them face off against each other while we take some potshot scans as we go. So signal for everyone else to get in. I would have loved to got a couple of these pods, but you know what? Tell Arkenheimer to grab a leg. I saw a leg on the scanner. One of it went flying off. Make him grab that leg.
So grab the leg anyway.
Yes, sir. I'll let him know. And Lisa calls back over. Silver Squadron, do you copy?
Loud and clear. It's getting kind of hectic.
Your new mission before you return to the ship is grab the leg of that battle pod.
I knew it. Somewhere deep in my subconscious. They laughed. They laughed, but it's a thing. Burns.
Have to be, but I'm crazy too.
Just grab the leg, please. And she kind of just hangs up on you.
If I do end up naming these episodes, that will be the name of this episode.
Grab the leg.
We can work out some names. It's just I hadn't figured out any right off the bat.
Okay, so.
But yeah, no.
Verified by the leg.
We will definitely achieve this mission to the best of our ability.
Is
Yeah,
that more like
you're able
thinking?
to do it as this new pod or whatever it may be. It kind of zips around before kind of just stopping at a standoff distance from you, looking towards you guys. And you receive a radio signal from it.
Huh.
A video signal?
Yeah, not a video signal, just a radio signal.
Oh, radio. I'm sorry. Okay, my furnace just kicked back on there.
Or rather, a communications uplink or whatever it would be called on this. Because I don't know if
Voice
Centrati actually use radio, but they probably don't.
FaceTime.
Yeah, they she's like trying to FaceTime you, but you guys are actually on like Android products.
Oh, no.
So only the audio is coming through, but it's a little bit distorted. But you just hear her. You hear someone on the other side. It sounds female as she's kind of chuckling. You, my cronies, are interesting little bugs. Cannot wait to crush you next time I see you. And she just cuts communications there. And as fast as that pod actually got in here, you see it just shoot, and just shoot off. This thing way faster than any of the other pods that you had seen before.
I don't know who that was, but she sounds beautiful. I cannot wait to come across her.
Oh no.
I can't wait to meet her.
Graduated.
We were joking about this, that you'd attempt to pick up the giant alien women. We were joking about this.
Oh, he's our Captain Kirk.
Who was?
Mm-hmm.
Who
Just
is?
no captain, so he's lamer.
Wait a minute.
You see, there's a good end in all this, and that's where he loses the knife fight in the park.
Oh yeah.
Good end.
The good ending, he loses the knife fight in the park and he gets stabbed violently. He gets turned into a pincushion. But yeah, no, with that though, you're able to return to the ship with the leg. It's fairly the mood is kind of a little worried, but at this point though, the SDF-1 is able to breach through the now tenuous hole in the enemy's fleet after destroying the carrier, leaving a rather large hole, and along with the new fleet that is using the same ships, by the way. It is more Zentradi it's more Zentradi ships, but they're colored purple.
Yeah. They
instead of this ugly green.
Well, I mean, just from the radio conversation that was one way, we can tell that they're basically different factions, or AKA generals. I mean, that can be inferred.
Can
right?
we?
Well, this is one thing that I will say to you guys. When you guys were going through the entire ship on the entire ship, just shooting people and getting Alex really into the swing of good old fashioned murder, you guys only saw other guys. Like, that is something that you guys can say that on that ship there were only guys. We didn't see any women, and unless maybe their women are ace pilots or something, and totally have better mechas than the men, which is not exactly wrong. Just saying, the male power armor is just not as cool.
That's a good theory. I mean, if we're going back, remember, it could have been a coincidence.
Did I actually reach the ship before the rest of them?
Yeah, no, you've basically been just flying off in a straight line. You put that thing on autopilot and started to just sit there in the cockpit, thinking, seeing the images, remembering Fist of the North Star and how it wasn't even this bloody. It's like Star Wars, except it turns out that the stormtroopers actually get human faces.
And blaster bolts don't just make them fall down; they make their torsos explode.
Yeah.
Well, that was always my headcanon. Clones.
But you guys, you're able to reach back to the ship, and the landing process is pretty okay. You do actually have to manually land this one, of course, due to just all of the stuff going on, and you get the Cougar landing from Top Gun. You're nervous. You're just kind of everything's a little shaken up. Yeah. Power, more power! And you manage to hook one of the ropes and land. Up. You hook one of the you hook the first rope as you land, and they kind of taxi you over to your parking spot, and you're just kind of left there to get out when you want. Meanwhile, everyone else from the squadron slowly follows in with
what about
Melody dropping off actual coming in battleoid mode, so that way she can set Leela's cockpit down onto the flight deck, where crew work to secure it and bring the what's left of her fighter back into the carrier. The rest of you just have normal landings, except you with the giant chicken leg.
What about Skull Squadron?
Skull Squadron, they're kind of circling the area right now, making sure that you guys get back in.
All right.
But they're definitely playing more. But they're coming in right after you.
All right. But floating on in Guardian form with the leg in hand.
I would dare say you just outdid Skull Squadron.
Oh, that's because I'm thinking of the drama with them. And I don't know if
that's definitely possible that I will say that works towards it, definitely, because you did something a lot. You did something that they, as far as you know, they haven't. So we can work on that next time and see how that goes.
Yep. I'll hold some RP in the back while you guys are sleeping, so that way Skull Squadron can take out a planet, and we'll be even again.
Oh.
They took out Pluto, man. Pluto is dwarf planet thanks to Skull Squadron.
It was already a dwarf planet.
Shut up.
Not according to my record book. It says right here, Skull Squadron.
Yeah.
All right.
But
this far from Earth, you can't check the records anyway. It says it right here in my computer.
And of course, it's that time you all get to the debrief room, or rather, you guys are all kind of getting ready to head to the debrief room. Have you even left your plane at all, Alex?
No. He's just sitting in the cockpit.
Yeah, the rest of you can see this, and the plane's brought under into one of the airtight sealed areas, and
can I approach Melody? As we're all kind of walking, right?
Yeah, except Alex Matz. Alex Matz is missing.
Well, no, we're looking at Alex as walking by, and
yeah.
Well, it kind of worked in the moment, but Jacobs, you ultimately have the soft touch. Do you think you could?
My God!
Do you think you could get Alex out of the plane? Get her
Oh my God!
Was there too much emphasis on that? I don't feel
Just a little bit.
I don't feel there was. Hey, he hasn't got this. This is the first time they've actually got to talk this whole episode. So, but anyway, he's basically going. It worked before in the moment, but maybe you can pull him. I mean, he says it in his Archie way, but like maybe you can get him out of there because he ain't moving, basically. So he's like, "Yeah, you got soft touch, you know." Goes to put his hand on your shoulder.
Really doesn't know her.
It's basically he chose you because that way he'd have a reason to speak to you for a moment before you punch him in the face.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like hand up shoulder
Yep.
and walk towards this bear.
As you get close to Alex Mass's plane, you smell the smell that reminds you of your first days back in the academy, learning to fly fighters and the new Veritechs and how maneuverable they were. The smell of Upchuck.
Yes, when I had to clean Archie up.
Lies, all lies.
He tells the story differently.
And of course, Alex, he luckily did not puke on himself. He puked it all into his helmet, which luckily stayed in the helmet all in anime fashion.
Perfectly done.
Is his cockpit open, or is he just...
Yeah, the ground crew has opened the cockpit and they've attached the ladder for him to climb out.
He just hasn't.
All right, I'll climb up there, and he's just kind of just sitting there.
Yeah, he's just sitting there. This is shell shock.
Well, I apologize in advance.
Oh dear, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna slap your butt.
Oh, okay.
Just gonna slap you to say, hey, it's kill or be killed. You need to figure that out before you're killed or get us killed.
But those were people.
War has people. Like he thought it was gonna be some cute little bunnies or something that you had to kill. It's like they killed thousands of people, but you're gonna have a holdup because they're people, because they're living beings.
He's clearly not really he's got no way to process that.
Yeah.
Because yes, it makes sense, but also he just it goes against everything he understands.
Yeah. Like stop being a child and just gonna walk away. He'll come out whenever he's ready.
And
I'm just like looking at her like. Let's walk away.
Like that wasn't quite the soft touch.
Just for those wondering, the group technically just killed around 13,600 people.
Thereabout.
What?
Wow.
Congratulations, you're mass murderers.
Nope, they're winners.
Yeah. So for record, the assault carrier has 12,000 crew, 400 soldiers and designated pilots, and can hold a complement of 12,000 invading troopers.
But we don't know these statistics as actual pilots.
Oh, no. You just know that you blew up a 3-kilometer ship that had somewhere between 1 and a lot of people.
That's quite a range you got there, RM.
Well, I mean, some of those places could have been empty, but yeah, we're not going to delete ourselves. Either way, yeah, that was my soft touch. So I apologize for that, but that's what you needed.
Captain said he wanted a distraction. Keep it away from the ship. We delivered. And it was good. Now we're going to go off so we can get yelled at for something, and then congratulated for something else, and then he'll pretend that he likes us. He'll drink wine, and then we'll have some leave.
Yeah, hopefully we get a little bit of leave.
Yeah,
And
hopefully the kid gets out of the cockpit at some point. Otherwise, we're going to actually have to drag him out.
He is gonna sort of follow along
Is it kind of
a
like
bit behind you guys. He is...
Or is he kind of like just
So he did come out, just kind of
still numb?
quiet.
Yeah, just quiet and numb, and he looks sort of empty.
Yep.
The first broken soul of a soldier. It gets better when you start killing more. What?
Burns.
It's. I mean, we were on the global war.
I know.
You know how it is.
Yeah,
Like that's the name. The Global War.
I'm
War
supposed to
of the
say.
Globals.
I'm supposed to be the one that's saying those asinine things, and you're supposed to be telling me to shut up. We're switching it around.
Yeah, I'm. Oh, okay. Sorry, you say something stupid. Wait, you do most of the time, and he kind of like jabs you with his elbow.
Yeah, right, kid. Trying to get the humor going with Alex. Probably won't work, but
Well, I did slap you earlier, but if you're coming along with us, I'll just kind of hang back a little bit. Just take your hand quietly, and I won't say anything else to you.
oops,
Oh my god.
drama.
They're hand holding. 3-way romance.
There's no romance with this guy.
Too late. It's all the shippers have sailed. They have shipped a 3-way romance now with
Triangle?
Archibald obviously being the third wheel.
Wait, what?
He's some scared
Pretty much
kid, and I
always,
slapped him. Okay, so I'm holding his hand now.
But you've slapped me. Remember Ontario?
I would hurt you worse if it wouldn't get me in court-martial.
Frost Jaeger does bring up a point. This is entirely lewd, and he does ship it because you are hand holding.
What is that going to be a drama now? 3-way?
No, it's not connected.
No.
Drama. You guys can just work it out in character, but it's at this point we shift back to the bridge. Captain, all of our techs have re-landed, and we are pushing through the enemy defensive line currently. They do not seem to be engaging, stuck with dealing with that other crew.
Let's assume that for the moment they're not going to pursue, but the moment the new command structure is settled, they will be back after us. This happened a couple times back in the day when a new, bold lieutenant would get a fleet and show up to some battle. The two would duke it out for a few minutes until one of the two decided, well, okay, you'll have command for now, so I can turn on you later. We're going to bank on that, and we're going to find a way to help them turn on each other later. But in the meantime, congratulate everyone. Get standard ration pack +1, and give them the day off. Put in accommodation for them for Operation Flea Flicker, and put in accommodation for yourself for planning and executing Operation Flea Flicker, successfully destroying. Thing popped out little vessel, so let's call that a carrier class.
Understood, sir. I have already also had the crew chiefs inform Silver Squadron for debrief in the same briefing room as last time, briefing room 17-9.
Perfect.
And with that, the picture pulls out from the ship as the ship starts flying away from Saturn, and we get a quick look between the two fleets as they stand off against each other, with communications flying back and forth between them, before finally they both get underway, following the SDF-1, though now luckily at least without the picket around them, the SDF-1 gets radio communications back from Earth. Though limited, they do say at least to drag the enemy fleet out as long as possible. They need time to prepare for the coming battles. And with that, I will end the session since it's 10:14. And
Nice. Very good.
oh god, that was a good one. I have been up since yesterday. Had a game had a Macross game today at 7 a.m., which was pretty fun. Playing that with another person over in the SMG Discord, Mr. Grubby, if you're watching or look at this later, thank you for GMing that. And for in general, this has been a lot of fun as always GMing this. And I think that it turned out really well this time with how everything kind of flowed. Probably could have done a little bit better with the flow of the session, but I think it was overall pretty good. And with that, my name is Robotech Master Harukajunko, and I say, pass it on to the captain.
Who's that? Oh, that's me.
Yeah, you have the hat.
I have the hat. Everything I put that on.
I got the hat.
Anyway,
Bam,
I always have fun playing. I was a little distracted tonight, but if anybody gets into the Discord, I'll share some of the artwork I made based on what was going on in my head and in the Discord there, because I just photoshopped stuff out of the actual book to the scene that we were a part of. Anyway, I'm here, Soundwavesghost, on Tuesdays and Sundays. Come back this Tuesday coming up, and we hopefully will be able to pull off an Aliens RPG one shot. Super short, cinematic. It's supposed to last up to 2 hours, but it's also completely deadly because it's based off of the very second movie. I think it was this. Yes, it's based off of some of the environment of the second movie of Hadley's Hope, where the stuff is already going down, and it's before the Marines and Ripley shows back up. So, yeah. The S has hit the fan, and I'm throwing people into that fan and seeing what chips out. Anyway, yeah, that's it for me. Pass it on to the lovely Lady Fayt.
I never have much to talk about on these things, but thank you for the cast. You let me be crazy and weird. It's always fun. And thank you for Haruka for taking us through the wild ride. I pretty much just play Sundays on things, but who knows, maybe more in the future depending on what I can work out with my schedule. And pass it over to Mecha.
Thank you guys for having me tonight. It's been as fun as always. It's been really fun to sort of explore. I was waiting to see how this would sort of play out. It was really fun to sort of try to roleplay a civilian's reaction to, oh my god, it's people. So that was pretty fun to figure out and roleplay with you guys. And then finally, I'll pass it up to Lucas.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mike, for running this. I had a good time. Thanks for letting us Actually, I was going to say I felt roleplay heavy over the combat, but it really was a good mix. And I felt the flow was still pretty good. And I've been looking forward to next time when we get back on the ship and the debriefing and going after some of our dramas, doing that stuff. I think I liked seeing Alex as the civilian, and trying to think, well, how do you react to this guy, and especially when I'm not military, to try to be military, and then you're playing a civilian, and it's crazy. So I'm having a lot of fun with this. I thank you guys for all being here. And we do stuff Tuesdays and Sundays right now, and it's going to be switching. It's bi-weekly on both nights. Right now it's Robotech for the rest of the month on Sunday, but starting on February 2nd, which is the first Sunday of February, we'll start alternating Sunday nights Robotech with Blades in the Dark, because we're going to pick that back up for Season 5, probably the final season. But we'll be swapping back and forth with our cast there that we have going, and with Robotech here, as long as they both run. And then Tuesday, as Soundwave said, will be an Alien RPG. Something different, I think, on that Tuesday, and then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the alternating Tuesday. So 4 different games on 2 nights. See them twice a month, flipping back and forth. Definitely should check out on Discord, follow on Twitch. And I just made affiliate, I think you can kind of go up and down. So I'm looking at getting that stuff done, so it's important to get your support. So definitely support, follow, subscribe. Go to the YouTubes and go to here in Twitch and follow and give us some support. And you know what? Join the Discord chat and talk with us. And go hey, maybe you guys consider playing this game down the road, or maybe I can play. Maybe I can run a game for you. Anything. I'm open. So recruitment is open for you, for Robotech, and all the other games that we play. Anyway, we're going to cut it right there. We'll be back next week with Robotech, and then this Tuesday with Alien RPG. So you should definitely plan on joining. That's 8 to 10 Eastern. As normal. So my name is Lucasgvariety. The 7 syllables you need to know. It rhymes and it's beautiful. So come back real soon. We'll see you guys soon. So good night, God bless, and good gaming. We'll catch you guys later. Transition now. Throw that Veritech there, Captain. Let's see her on the way out. Robotech, we'll be back next week.